Hey guys, it's Drek, and today I'm going to be showing you how to mod your Nissan Juke. I love my Juke, but the grills, there are 3 spaces in between the fog lights that are open, and stuff could bounce up in and hit the internals of my engine, and that really bothers me. So I went online and I found this company called customcargrills.com, and I don't want any of their stickers or their promotional garbage, but they sent me these, and this is a mesh that's really pretty sturdy, and it's rubber coated, and then they've got all these fasteners that they include with it, along with some pretty simple standard zip ties, and it's all black, so it'll mesh really well. And there's 3 of these, and I'm going to show you how to install this. I'm going to head out to the Juke now. Alright guys, so this is the Nissan Juke's grill before I've installed these grates, and you can see here that my radiator and my cooling stuff is all exposed to things that could bounce up through these holes between the fog lights. These mesh grills fit inside here nicely, and when I've seated them in there, it ought to protect everything behind them. Now, to install them, I'm going to be using these clips, which have holes going through them on the center, and zip ties. I've got all of my Nerf modding tools with me, and I'm hoping that that's plenty. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. Alright, so you guys can see here that prepping this surface to put down my self-adhesive tie downs with cleats. The cleat's in the center, and that's where I'm going to tie things down to. I'm going to seat this in the back like so, and the company that makes these parts recommends putting one up top as well, but that seems silly to me, because when I get underneath my cleats here, you can see that the Juke's grill naturally has a hole in it and a prong up here to attach things through. So I'm going to wire it in such an angle that my grill can feed through there and the cleat that I put down. The only other thing I've done is, you can see all 3 of these surfaces have been cleaned. I just used a Windex equivalent. This is a Martha Stewart cleaning thing, and I paper toweled them dry so that now I know that my surface that I'm putting these cleats onto is perfectly clean and will stick as well as it possibly can. I'll show you what that looks like after I install the cleats and start wiring things up. Alright guys, so you can see here that I've threaded through this grill, and I've done that on the bottom with it seated back up against the cleat, and I've done it up top going through that hole that's naturally there. Now for the middle one, it's a little tricky because it doesn't have a middle hole naturally there, so I came in with one of those cleats and I seated it underneath between where it holds in the grill. Now there's plenty of surface area to contact there, so you don't really need to reinforce it. This shows exactly how I'm seating these on the bottom. I put the cleat just inside where the bend in the grill is, then I feed the zip line through just so that there's one notch connecting it here, and then I tighten it with my needle nose pliers from the back so that it sits in right up against the cleat itself, as in this one. I'm going to finish this one up. This one has not been done yet, but it's exactly the same as the one on the far left, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely said and done. Hey guys, so I'm finished now. These are all the tools used. I ended up needing a Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver just to remove the front license plate so I could get at everything. I needed my needle nose pliers to grab things from this top, and these are my leftover pieces from customcargrills.com. I've got 5 cleats left and 1 zip tie. You can see here that everything has been installed in such a way that it looks like it was done by the factory. It's just flawless. I ended up doing the top a little bit differently. You can see here that I wrapped it around and clipped it in the back just because it offered more stability than the way I was doing it with one stuck up in there. I'm going to back up now and show you what the car looks like with them installed. You can barely tell from a distance that they've been installed to protect your grill and your interior, but when you do notice them, they look very professionally done, and it's so easy to do.